I've never been a big fan of reading. My parents are always like, hey, you need to stop watching TV and go read something. I'm like, nah, I don't want to read. Reading sucks. And they're like, your brother reads. I don't understand why you don't read. All you do is play video games and watch TV. Go read a fucking book. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to read because reading sucks. You can't see anything when you read. You just see letters. I don't want to see letters. I want to see pictures. Unless it's a book with pictures, that's good. If it's got pictures, I'll read that shit all day. But a pictureless book, fuck that, I'm not reading. But in school, reading is very important apparently. Every student has to read, and they also have to take a reading test, which will give you your reading level, and your reading level determines how fucking stupid you are when it comes to reading. If you get a high reading level, that means you're good at reading. It's great. It means you can look at words and understand what they say. Congratulations, you can read well. Awesome. But if you're a low reading level, then that means you're stupid and everybody hates you, and then they put you in a cage and poke you with a stick while they say, you're a little bitch boy that can't read, fuck you. And at least that's what I thought the reading level was until I found out what it really is, which is that you're just given a grade A through Z, and if your letter is closer to Z, you're a higher level reader, and you have to read higher level books. But if your letter is closer to A, then you're a lower level reader, and you have to read easier books, which was great for me because I was a lower level reader, and I got to read books for stupid kids like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which first off, let me say, is a fucking lifesaver for kids in school. The guy who made Diary of a Wimpy Kid should be crowned the greatest author in the entire world because he managed to make a book that is okay for kids to read in school, even though it's almost like a comic book, and it's also a good fucking book that's fun to read, but also has pictures in it. So for that, I applaud Jeff Kinney for the great work he has done. He should always be known as an American hero. But the smart kids didn't read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. No, that's too easy for them. They were over there reading smart books like the Communist Manifesto at 8 years old while I was trying to find the thumbtack in I Spy after 10 minutes because I swear to God, this fucking thumbtack is not in this book. This book is lying to me. There's no fucking thumbtack anywhere. There's a bullshit book. Oh, it's right there. I found it. I found the thumbtack. It was right under the barrel the whole time. I like this book. Now, in order to be assigned a reading level, you obviously have to take a reading level test. And the way that the reading level test worked was your teacher would call you aside during class, and they'd have a couple of sheets of paper with the story on them, and you would have to read the story out loud to her. And then when the story is over, she would ask you, okay, so you just read this entire story out loud to me. Now tell me, what was this story about? And I looked my teacher dead in the eyes, and I was like, yo, to be completely honest, I have no fucking clue. Like, I know I read this entire story to you. It sounds kind of dumb, but I can't tell you what the fuck I just read. I have no clue. But I remember there was like a window, that was going on. Windows all over the place. There was, like a window in part of the story. So there's that, right? So I got a shitty reading level, but I don't really care because if anything, having a worse reading level is better for me because then I get access to the good books, while Carl's over there reading Moby Dick, pretending like he knows Moby shit about what's going on. I'm over here reading fun books, like if you give a mouse a cookie, which, spoiler alert, if you give a mouse a cookie, the mouse will bite your fucking finger off and you'll bleed everywhere because you just fed a rodent dessert. But I knew the higher level readers were always judging stupid kids like me, like Sarah. Sarah was a fucking Q reading level, and Sarah thought she was so smart because of her reading level that she comes up to me and she asks, hey, what are you reading there? And I'm like, well, actually, I thought I was reading a book, but it turns out I've been staring at the barcode for this pencil box for the past 5 minutes, so yeah, I think that might be like a letter B book or something. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fun. That's a fun book, I guess. Well, me personally, I've recently been reading War and Peace. It's a wonderful book that everyone should read. I highly recommend it. Oh yeah? War and Peace, huh? It's actually a really good book. It's a really good, from my understanding, it's about both war and peace. Yeah, you actually didn't even need to read it, to be honest. All you need to know is on the cover. It's a pretty dumb book, to be honest. Oh, is that so? Have you actually even read War and Peace? And I'm like, nah, but I've read Where's Waldo and I found him, so eat my fucking dick.